Today we've got the M1 Max MacBook Pro 16 inches, baby. I'm gonna be unboxing this machine. I'm gonna be giving you my first impressions and also letting you know what features are my favorite and what I'm most excited to use on this new machine. Let's get into it. So this MacBook does come plastic wrap. Other products that Apple has been shipping out recently have not come with plastic wrap, so it's interesting to see that it's still plastic wrap. The packaging is clean and minimal as always, and you're presented right away with a nice big Apple logo right on the laptop. So let's move this laptop to the side and see what it comes with. Let's pull out the charging cable, and right away I see that it's a braided cable. I'm excited for that. Braided cables do last a long time, they're more durable. We have USB-C on one end, MagSafe on the other. And the MagSafe is actually, it's a nice small size. I didn't expect that. We've got the typical Apple paperwork. Whoa, okay. Black Apple stickers, I could dig that, I could dig that. Haven't had those before. And then we have this palm size 140 watt power adapter in the glossy white. Now I do say palm size, I have a pretty big palm. So it's not really a small brick. Now let's remove this from the paper. Wow, this laptop has a pretty nice amount of weight to it. It's not really comfortable to hold in one hand. Now this is the space gray option. It looks very silver in the light. I would have preferred it to be a little bit of a darker finish. I don't know, Apple's just got a lot of tones of space gray. I got a few items in space gray. I'm gonna kind of compare them all and take a picture for you guys. And looking at the bottom of the laptop, we see this engraved MacBook text. It's actually pretty nice feature. Everyone's so excited about the ports this year. Let's take a look at the left side and let's see what ports we got. Starting from the left, we got the MagSafe port, 2 Thunderbolt ports, and a headphone jack. This headphone jack does allow power delivery to headphones that require power. Didn't know that was a thing. Now I know. And on the right hand side, we have HDMI, followed by 1 Thunderbolt port and an SD card reader. I'm actually pretty happy for the SD card reader. I'm not too sold on the HDMI port, everyone else is, but it's there, it's a plus, I'll take it. So this laptop's got a pretty thick body, but I think it's worth it for the higher performance. I've used larger laptops in the past, and I don't think this is gonna be too much of a problem for me. Not too much of a problem. All right, let's open this thing up, and immediately we're greeted with the Apple power-up chime and a really nice black on black keyboard. I like this black on black keyboard actually. So right now I use the space gray Magic Keyboard and the regular, so I'm looking forward to comparing the two. And I'm sure you already know that there's no touch bar. I've never used a MacBook with a touch bar, so I don't know if I'm missing anything. I don't know if I'm losing anything, but there's been a lot of mixed emotions about it. Mostly people not wanting it there in the first place. All right, so we've got a Touch ID sensor. The Touch ID sensor is a convenience, but I do think I would prefer Face ID. All right, let's take a look at this MagSafe and test it out. As I pull on this cable, it looks like it's just taking the laptop with it. The magnet is super strong. The only way that it's easily removed is if you pull it up or you pull it down. But if you're pulling it forward, backward, to the side, it's taking your laptop with it. So I don't know how well that'll work in practice, but someone trips over it or your dog runs by and knocks onto the wire. Will it just take your laptop with it? Not sure. I won't be testing it. All right, that's it. That's my 16-inch MacBook Pro with M1 Max. The only spec bump that I did do for this machine was for 2 terabytes of space. I think 2 terabytes is a good point for me now. I've always stuck to 1 terabyte, but 2 is on the safe side. I'm excited to have the 16-inch MacBook Pro with M1 Max. It's the most powerful computer that I've owned to date. Leading up to it, I've had a Dell 15-inch gaming laptop. I had a 12.9-inch iPad Pro Gen 2, which I did produce a lot of photo and video work on. Following the iPad Pro, got a Dell XPS 13. I still need Windows. And right after, I had to pick up the iPad Pro with M1. Had to get the M1 Mac Mini. I was looking for something to use before the powerful laptop dropped, and then finally, the powerful laptop is here. This laptop I'm gonna be using for photo editing and video editing. I'm gonna be using it for graphic design. Also some audio production. I do produce a podcast. I am interested in producing music and beats. I do it very rarely though. And then also streaming. I'm gonna probably be streaming some content for myself and content for my podcast. If you haven't seen the podcast, your man's in them live. Check the link in the description. So here's my top 3 favorite features of this new laptop. And I'm gonna put them in order, starting with number 3, working my way to number 1. Number 3, the battery life. 21 hours of battery life. I'm excited because I stay tethered. I don't like to stay tethered. I don't want to be connected. I want to receive full power when I'm disconnected and on the go, so I'm looking forward to the battery life. Number 2 is simply the power of M1 Max. I don't want to have to worry about any stuttering, drop frames, hiccups, failed renders, none of that stuff. The power and the performance of this chip is going to greatly help with that. And the number 1 feature to top them all, we're looking at the display. It's a liquid retina XDR display with Pro Motion. I'm getting a display that has 120 Hz refresh rate, color accuracy through the roof, and a contrast ratio that is unbeatable. I'll take that any day, and I don't think I'm gonna wanna use a different screen after this. All right, that's my 16-inch MacBook Pro with M1 Max. If you enjoyed this video, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and stay tuned for more content.